You hate to see it happen.
But in this case, just going to be playing the Lucio here over Kha'Zix as we head into this one. Will be the defense first for the Justice. We will see Mono takes the Winston here for extra mobility with Nene on that signature Tracer. Very much a lot of threat onto the back line with this. Hyunwoo and Guido need to be careful about getting caught, with Libero also now on this Sombra. They're going to swap it up to the Scout, so no Tracer after all.
Yeah, it spots him up,
well,
but actually okay. Going to be changing things up considerably at the moment. Libero going to be showing us the Pharah coming through, and Amo now going to be swapping over onto the Mercy. And they still sticking through with the Tracer.
Okay, so we're going to start to see this triple DPS style with the Wrecking Ball here. Very disruptive, hard to actually keep your comp together against this.
And just trying to lock everybody into the room here. Rocket's going to be coming down from above. Libero looking for some damage. Defense Matrix does deny away a lot of those, so not going to be able to find too much. Yano, however, back down, will be safe. So far have not been able to get any meaningful damage in, have not been able to find a pick, but they're in onto the point and gaining the first tick. Washington Justice, they have to do something. They're still just hiding away from this far at the moment. They finally start pushing forward. Yano nearly getting popped off the bat. And they're going to be dashing around like a madman with that Tracer, trying to find a pick off into the back line. Nearly 2 ticks gained for New York Excelsior, playing this one out very slowly. Barrage going to be online for Libero, now looking for an opportunity. Pop-up D-Matrix has been used by Sensa, but still not going to be going in or commit on the ult yet.
Mobility is the name of the game for New York Excelsior's composition here. It's hard for Washington Justice to commit into a fight when they're at half health.
Barrage just right here in the gateway. Whoa, Libero get knocked to the side, will be taken down in the end. Hyunwoo is going to be the only one that is able to find with that Barrage. Transcendence now out from Guido onto the point. New York Excelsior peeling back for the moment. Nene still going to be skirting around the point here.
Guido may regret using that trance there. Hyunwoo's going to have to run back to the point. That's what Nene's looking for him right now, because Hyunwoo's going to have that counter barrier for the EMP that's ready now, and Nene's going to intercept right now. A huge play by Nene to chase him down.
He can get the kill. He's still going lower. Has to use the recall. Hyunwoo's still just going to be healing up. Gets that little mini pack.
He EMPs.
Goes back.
The EMP 2 are EMP'd now.
Yeah, caught them out, but haven't gotten the kill onto Guido, one of the most crucial members that they could have gotten, but they're still going to be taking it up onto the point. Yano pushing forward, trying to contest this one. Sound barrier's going to be out from the side of the Justice. Guido does manage to find Jonak. Close bomb in. Yano's going to be knocked down below half HP. The rest there from Manamo puts Jonak right back into the action. Washington Justice still playing up onto the point. They've surrendered 92.5% so far. New York Excelsior now losing out on Mono. Might have to take a step back again and try to reset. But as I say that, main tank's going to be exchanged. Nene comes up with the kill.
Okay, it's still going to be stable here for Justice for the moment. Great play by Nene, though, to intercept Hyunwoo there. Absolutely god-tier game sense. It's not enough, though. The EMP doesn't come up big for Meko.
Libero, lower and lower. That 100 energy here from Corey starting to hurt quite a bit. Getting closer to that Graviton Surge. Nearly has it ready to roll.
Okay, this is
up the top.
A bit shaky now for the Excelsior, but they're going to have that EMP ready now for Meko. If he survives here, he's so low.
But they use the Transcendence up from Jonak. Now they're not going to have that in response to Corey's Graviton Surge, so this is actually going to be a decent opportunity for Washington Justice to win in the next fight.
Huge, they hounded out Meko, but he's now res. The EMP's got to be the X factor here.
Yeah, grabs out Meko, tries to get out of there, dumps the EMP, but he's going to get popped. Corey comes up with a double kill. Point starting to tick up again. The barrage comes in from Libero. He's going to get a double this time. Looking for a little bit more, pushes his way back, but Corey gets another double kill on top of it all. And Washington Justice continue to hold. And New York Excelsior, now they're down to just 30 seconds.
Very impressive stuff from the Justice now. This was a very scrappy set of team fights back-to-back. In terms of set plays, in terms of the chess pieces, New York Excelsior had every advantage in our first 2 maps. However, in these crazy, chaotic fights, Washington Justice is coming up big.
They're swapping over to the 3-3. They're going to try to match this, but they have no ultimates to win this fight. They just have to grind against Washington Justice to try and get this victory, and then maybe try to get a snowball for a decent time bank on B. Giannis holding on to the shatter. Slams it down, finds one, looks for the kill, and Namo gonna be taken out of the fight. OT starting to tick away. New York Excelsior, they have to step in. Meko goes forward, tags it back up, keeps things rolling, but Corey comes up with another kill. Mono gonna be going down, the pins there on the Jonak, and Washington Justice are looking to pull up a full hold against the New York Excelsior here on Horizon.
It's only going to be the 2 ticks. That's it. Meko is out, and that is going to be overtime ticking down.
Unbelievable from Kings Row to this. Washington Justice with Yano on the desk there. Turn things around massively. Reverse sweep, still far cry hope for them, but they're getting it rolling. Let's see if they can continue this when we come back from the break.
No matter the cost, and Washington Justice comes up big here with the defense as a result.
They're swapping around a minute. A chance. Swapping at 30 seconds. Not really. Not, you know, unless you just fully outplay your opponents, you're really not setting yourself up for success in that moment. So Washington Justice on the attack, looking to beat that 92.5% that was established by New York Excelsior.
Just running a standard 3-3, Mono having the Winston here versus that Reinhardt, so a lot more mobility, a lot more threat.
Playing part forward, but he's just gonna get stunned. Otto says, thank you very much, you came straight to me. Have a shield bash to your face.
Yeah, that was very aggressive positioning there, very risky, really reliant on his opponents not sniffing that out. This is a huge opportunity for Washington Justice to just take the map now. If they can commit in, if they can collapse onto the point, they've got a speed boost available. Hyano's still holding that. They don't even need it. They've got control of the choke.
They're in onto the point. New York Excelsior still gonna be waiting for Mono to rejoin as he swaps over onto the Reinhardt. The second tick nearly there. Washington Justice looking to take their first map in the 2019 season. Hyano, however, gonna get picked off. Jonak opens things up a bit for New York Excelsior, but they need a lot more. They need to stay on this point full time.
Jonak trying what he made to get some right-click damage in. It's just not happening right now.
Hasn't been able to get too much still. Pin from behind. Hyano says, hey, how you doing? Knocks him right out of the park. Mono, however, gets a little bit of vengeance for that Zenyatta. Fire strike to the face does take Giannis out of the fight. They try to turn things around. Grab pins him into the wall. Corey locking him up. They just have to clean up a few more people. And this point is going to be theirs. Sound barriers out from Anamo, trying desperately to keep them in this fight. The bomb is there. They'll tick up. Washington Justice bounce back after King's Row in the biggest way possible. Get the full hold, and they close out Horizon.
New York just dropping the ball in a lot of ways here. Mono's overextension is going to cost them big, cost them the map.
And what could have been a 3-0, a closeout on the series right there, is now a 2-1, and a reverse sweep is looming on the horizon. It is very possible now. Washington Justice, they look alive, they look reinvigorated. Can they pull it off? We're gonna find out, guys, when we come back from the break. Don't go anywhere, because you do not want to miss it.
Row, you have to think here on Rialto with more mirrored compositions. Nothing flashy from New York, just going back to standard. And that's what we see here on the defense.
Corey gonna be looking for a snipe. He is gonna be damage boosted by Hyano here at the moment. Goes for that shot, not gonna be able to find it. We'll just push back over. Be able to swap things out. Namo showing himself on that top left side, maybe looking for a boop off the bridge. Justice have to be careful.
Yeah, knows how patient Giannis is playing this right now because of that threat you just mentioned. Feels safe now with the teammates coming through with a speed boost. They get across.
They do work their way forward. Mecha going in for a charge. Suit's taking a lot of damage. Might actually get popped out. Starts getting healed up very slowly. Corey just gonna be wrapping around the backhand side. Looking for some damage. Bubble comes up. 70 energy, not too bad to kick things off.
This is a really good spot for the Justice to actually control the high ground from. They need someone on the payload, though, as it is halted at the moment. It's not going to roll around. They're going to try to drop down here with Giannis. Corey on the high ground again, trying to get that damage done. They back away. Sansum goes in for the flank.
Yep, just inching that cart forward as much as possible. That go right around the corner, maybe looking for the knockoff. Charges forward. Oh, gets an isolation there onto Corey. Tries to get the kill. His way back in behind the Ryan shield, keeping himself safe for the moment.
Good reaction by Corey, immediately falling back into formation with his squad, not trying to be the hero, not trying to turn that fight around there onto Meko, just immediately pulling back. And Justice, after controlling that high ground for the majority of this first push, get a very easy, almost killless push here into A.
Yeah, right in front of the station here for point A. Now Justice gonna start backing off as Sensum takes a lot of damage onto that mech. Giannis as well, playing up around the corner, dodging out onto the fire strike. The cart getting closer and closer, just 3 meters away. And getting that nice time bump.
Notice the
Excelsior.
Okay, here we go. Grab coming out.
Been so patient, and Corey's just gonna be the first one to fall. Johnny coming through with the kill sense. I'm gonna get popped out of the mech. Transcendence for good measure here from the New York Excelsior.
Very well played.
Go ahead and take that one away.
Very well played there on the defense.
Ooh. Oh.
Playing with fire, trying to duel against Jonak.
All right, he's fine.
Very few Zenyatas live to tell the tale, but New York Excelsior, they lose that tool, they lose the grab, but the transcends, but it's a trade that's favorable for them. Now they regain positional advantage. They can fight around this archway where Mono's got the shatter. So difficult for the Justice to approach as Meko's got high ground here. They could just fall back to that archway if things get rough.
And they're getting closer to that next grab. 70% now surging forward. Gets a lot of damage in on the back of Otto going down. Giannis isolated by himself, will be eliminated.
And this is just a map with twists and turns and choke points. There's not really any wide space outside of this I guess, fountain area here around the corner before you get to that archway I'm describing where point A is.
Yeah.
So they have to go around this corner, then through the open space. That gives New York so much time to back away. It's not a fountain, it's a tree. But
A little courtyard, you know?
Courtyard, yeah. So Manu's gonna try to set up the threat of a shatter. He's not actually necessarily trying to get a big shatter here, but the threat means that Washington Justice has to be very wary about how they move around this corner. It's just not the shatter itself, the threat of the shatter. That's the most important part of this. He's backing away now.
Oh, bomb to open things up, trying to give them some space. Grabs on Surge, going to be coming through from New York, locking them up. No kill, but the other shatter on the side.
No way!
The quadra kill. Mecco decimates their lineup.
And it's the threat of the shatter that they do not respect. They come in there, they get grabbed. He comes around the side and sets up for the big bomb there. Gotta respect positional advantage there, and they certainly did not. Walking around that corner without the answer, very impressive play. One more shot here for the Justice.
20 seconds remaining. Can they make it happen? They have a shatter of their own. Sound barrier to lead. Gotta come down from Giannis. Locks up 2. They managed to find 1. Jonik eliminated. Double kill. Going over to the right now. Mono gonna be taken down. That go popped out of the suit, and that should just be a wipe coming in. Washington Justice here. The final hour will be able to push their way through to A, get that time bump, but they are a long ways away from finishing Rialto.
Certainly going to breathe a sigh of relief, though, after several team fights going poorly for them. A lot of ultimates used for that big combo from the Excelsior, the previous team fight, but Jonak dies before he can trance. That's the key here. Now they have to return to the point. The high ground is going to be where they are going to set up their Alamo here. They're not even going to contest this low ground. They're not going to contest the bridge with the ultimates they have now. They're just going to fall back to this upper archway here where they're shooting down. Jumping down, actually, here.
Yeah, drop down comes through from New York Excelsior. Looking to hold them right here. Very limited options as far as flanks are concerned.
Now they don't have a high ground. Yeah, now they don't have a high ground, so Justice can actually push around pretty comfortably.
Speaking of high ground, they're going to be pushing their way up. Let's see exactly where they want to go. I'm just going to be inching the cart forward again, much like we saw around point A.
Yeah, this is basically a way where you can threaten Excelsior with a cart push while also being in good position with a majority of your squad. D.Va can always rejoin the high ground at any time. So Corey is looking for a big grab.
Yep. Sees where the D.Va's at. Bubble comes through, protecting Giannis as best as possible. Tries to get that pick off into the back line on the Jonas. Unable to find it. Corey now going lower and lower, trying to stay alive. Gets in behind the Ryan shield, but now Giannis going to be taken down as LaRoe comes up with a double kill, making a triple as Yanu will get that mace to the face.
Now, and from just the fans' perspective, right, it might have looked like that was a big feed moment for Corey, right? That might have been a huge overextension. Not really. He was trying to pick off Jonak there, or at least threaten him so he would use the trance, so then his follow-up grab would actually be very effective. Unfortunately, New York Excelsior punished him and came in there, but in theory, the play was good from Corey. He still holds the grab. There's still a lot of opportunity here around the corner, but time is ticking down now with 45 seconds on the clock. This is the last fight they're gonna get.
40 seconds remaining. They made it happen right at the end before that OT was going to be rolling through. Can they do it again? Grabs on Surge, going to be coming up. Locks in Corey. He'll be the first one to fall. Johnny coming up with the kill. Transcendence is out from Keto, but it just was not enough to save the Zarya's life, and that could cost them alone here. 25 seconds left. They're back across the bridge.
And now Excelsior's just going to use the bridge here to control them, make it so they can't really tag the payload. Just going to make sure that their life is miserable.
It's going to have to be Hyano.
Yeah.
You'd expect. Either he or Sensum going forward.
Oh, no.
Bomb in onto the bridge. Sound barriers out. Hyanu. Somebody's got to get over to the cart. Seems like he's going to be doing it. Bomb up into the air looking for a pickoff. Sensum not going to be able to find anything. Corey going to be taken down. Hyanu's over onto the cart. But
he's
he gets
dead.
pounded down by Mecco. They take him out. Now Guido going to be fallen. No supports available other than Otto, who's got the rally rolling, but no one is there. No one can tag the cart. And that will be the hold for New York Excelsior.
Very good ideas for the Justice on the attack here. Really good concepts of trying to force out early trances from Jonak, but New York Excelsior, again, it's their patience that wins out in these mirror matchups. Sure, they got tripped up when they got a little bit complicated with the composition they were running on Horizon, but when we go back to something that's a little bit more standard, they are just playing around the Justice, punishing mistakes, punishing overextension. And as I said before, I feel like they're reading some of these plays like a book. We're gonna take a look at this big shatter from Mono. Look at how he's able to get around here during the grab, hits the big shatter. They stepped over and overextended into the grab itself without realizing that he was gonna be able to get in there and have the follow-up there. So 3 ultimates used for a big team wipe, and that really staggered the Justice back.
A classic bread and butter play there of the shatter with the bomb on top. Nicely done, perfectly played by New York Excelsior in that moment. They get the hold about halfway to point B. Let's see how they're gonna fare on their own attack. Justice already surprising us with that defense on horizon. If they can replicate that performance, maybe they can push us forward into that 5th and final map.
Certainly a very high chance we'll see a good defense, at least from the get-go here.
They need it. If it falls apart at the beginning, you expect that it's probably just gonna be able to be taken by New York.
Certainly a very high chance we'll see a good defense, at least from the get-go here.
They need it. If it falls apart at the beginning, you expect that it's probably just going to be able to be taken by New York Excelsior very rapidly.
As we head into this defense, they do have the high ground taken here from the start.
Let me see some Jonak Farah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Might just look for a knockoff here on the high ground, then swap over.
If he hit right there and sent everybody into the canal, would have been
he tries.
Great.
He tries with the concussive blast, but Giannis already blocks it, so just gonna swap over, but that's the idea. If they get knocked down there, you can commit in for the fight.
Yep. Nene just gonna be swapping off that Widowmaker, so 3-3 gonna be coming back through as they start to make their way across the bridge. A little more aggressively positioned at the moment from the Justice. Will start working their way back towards that courtyard.
Libero just jumping across these buildings here, now looking for a flank. Free push at the moment. Washington Justice being really careful about fighting against New York when they have this high ground, making them fight toe-to-toe in this courtyard.
Giannis under some fire. Shield's still going to be all right. Otto bursted back up. Cart rolling for free, however. A lot of space, a lot of respect being given by Washington Justice, which is understandable considering how this series kicked off.
Could backfire though, because this is too much distance given for free, and they're actually giving up positional advantage as well, as now New York actually has this archway controlled with better ultimates. Mono quadrupling Giannis.
Giannis, yeah, he's just gonna be taken down. Meko goes for it, manages to find the kill. First one of this half. He gets rid of that enemy Ryan. Transcendence now gonna be in from Guido as he gets it online. Shatter comes down, pitches multiple members. They'll push forward. Mono can't get the pin, but Jonak gets a kill onto Otto. Another shield gonna be out of the fight. Anama goes forward, gets the kill onto Corey. And it's gonna be cleanup time. New York Excelsior gonna have a massive time bank to push.
And it feels like a panic trance there from Guido. He's not going to have it for the next fight. It's going to be so far away, as we'll see the stagger onto Otto here as well. Huge plays from New York. The win in that fight after the shatter means that they get all of their ultimates outside of the shatter, right? Up, so 5 ultimates available for the contest on B. No enemy trance. It's going to have to be the sound barrier here. They're already preemptively controlling this high ground as well. You can see Washington Justice knowing that's going to be where they have to defend from to avoid this big grav. Guido still not in range, no line of sight to build up the last 50% he needs for a defense here. And there's still 4 minutes to go.
Drop downs here, they stop the cart, there's a couple meters away. 9 more. New York Excelsior will
barrier's out already.
Barrier is out, as you say. Guido getting closer to that Transcendence. He needs it online right now. The bomb thrown down, looking for the big sense. I'm not going to be able to find anything, but Meko comes up with a double. Guido and Otto both going to be knocked out, and that is going to be it. New York Excelsior gets the push on Rialto. They will close out this series.
Very impressive play here by the Excelsior. Playing standard, reading the Justice, and absolutely punishing their every move.
Fantastically done. 3-1 for New York to close it out. Washington Justice pick up a map.